Just talk about What was it like working on American Gods?
Well, it's again one of those things you don't know what you're coming into. I knew about the book, had not read the book, and when I started to, I was in Europe when I got the offer to do it, and I had to go to Barcelona to cast my head. If anybody saw, because they needed to chop my head off, and I was in Europe at the time, and. So I walked into it. It's one of those things, again, you walk into it and it's like, okay, American Gods, this is cool. And I knew about Neil, I knew about the book. But it was, I'd always wanted to work with Ian McShane, a pretty interesting guy.
Amazing.
My wife had known him years ago in England. So it was fantastic. And again, but it was again one of those things where you walk in and you don't know what you do. You go, yeah, this sounds interesting. Okay, it's Toronto, cool. Second, cool. And I just came up and got involved in it. It was a fantastic. I became a fan of the show, like anybody else. It's a hell of a lot easier than reading the books. But yeah, it was one of those things. It was a wonderful experience, and again, one of those lucky things where you fall into it, and then in a similar way, it had its own fan base that grew, and the whole thing. Unfortunately, I got killed. Although I was told by Neil, gods don't die, so watch out for season 2, which is now come and gone. So evidently, gods do die and stay dead.
Hope springs eternal.
But now season 3 is being executive produced by a new showrunner. That's the people who sort of handle the show, by one of the producers from LA Law. So, I'm making that call. I just heard this the other day. So it's like.
So does that mean you're definitely out?
Yeah, we don't revisit the past, Corbin. But no, I'd love to come back. I wanted to do more of it, but I was happy. I'm really thrilled with my career. I've been able to just dip my toes in a lot of different waters, and you get at a certain point as an actor. I don't know if this happened with you. Everybody starts out and you love your acting, you love it, and then this stardom thing happens, and some people rise up and become these mega movie stars and Tom Cruise-y things and James Dean and all that. And somewhere in the recesses of my mind, I think, like any young actor, I want to be it. I want Academy Awards. I want it all. I want to own my island like Marlon Brando. And then you realize that ain't going to happen. And you either adapt to that fact in some manner, or like so many of us so many do just fade off and you don't hear from them again. But my adaptation was, I'm very sorry, I've been married for 30 years. I have a rock solid family. And it's allowed me to just dip my toes and experiment, come and do a wonderful afternoon with John, come and do a week up here on American Gods. And I've now transformed my thinking into, that's also a cool kind of career. I may not be as big or as known as Tom Cruise and all that, but I have this, you look at my table out there, it's a confusion of photographs of all these people coming. I have to make combo packages just to make people happy and say, take 3 for the price of 1, because I can't see your indecision is really confusing me. But I appreciate. I love the career I've had. I've become very comfortable with it and accepting of it, and it continues. I have 3 new things that are coming up. One that may bring me back here actually for next year, so wonderful. More on that. It's evidently some Marvel project.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good tease.